Hello guys, and welcome back to Car Obsession. Today you join me in the brand new Kia ProCeed, well, Kia ProCeed GT to be more specific. And as you can tell by the title, I'm going through the infotainment system and basically seeing how well it works. Now, quick disclaimer, I do apologise if my speech sounds a little bit iffy. I've got 6 mouth ulcers, so it's actually quite painful to speak. So I do apologise if I sound a little bit mumbly or a little bit incoherent or a little bit lispy. Yeah, it is quite painful. Now, this is really the only day I have to film this video, so I'm going to have to grin and bear it. Anyway, so as standard, I have an 8-inch touchscreen. Let me get my little camera out, like so. So here we have it, the touchscreen. Let me turn on the ignition so you can get to see it. This car does like to make quite a few different noises. Now, at first, it kind of looks like the system is black and white because it hasn't really got a lot of colour to it. Now, if I take you to the kind of home screen, bear with me. So yes, when you go to the home screen and more specifically the menus, it's quite a plain looking system, but it's quite responsive, it's quite slick, and in fact I think Kia systems are actually underrated because I think it works really well. So as standard, I've got Bluetooth, so if I go here, I think my Bluetooth may be off. Yeah, it is. Actually, I've also got DAB radio, so hit the radio icon, and as you can see, you've got DAB, you've got favourites, like so. Go back to the menu, you've got list, so you can go through all of the stations, like so, and it's pretty straightforward stuff. Let's go back. You've also got shortcut buttons down here, which I should probably be using because it makes life more easier. But you've got radio, media, favourites, that's for the track, map, nav and setup. So if I want to go to the map, hit it like so, and it takes me obviously to the map. And if I want navigation, it takes me to the navigation. Now, as always, I will do a sat-nav test. I won't use the Android Auto because that seems a little bit redundant. I will use the inbuilt system. Speaking of the Android Auto, let me connect my phone up. Let me get my USB lead out. Got 2 USB ports down here. Plug it into that one and plug my phone in, like so. And as you can see, it now says Android Auto is connected. If I go, actually, if I hit that button, it might take me to it. There we go. So, Android Auto. So the Android Auto, as you would expect, is the standard that you'd get on any car. And it works pretty well. And you hit that to go back to the Kia main system. But yes, so let me actually, before I do the sat-nav test, this does have a reversing camera as standard. The clarity isn't amazing, but you know, it's enough to make you well, it's enough to prevent you bumping into things, so that's all good. Pop it back into park. Let me just take you through the rest of the system. So information, it gives you traffic, live points of interest, weather, parking, petrol stations. Okay, I'm not connected to the live services. And on the menu, you've got current position, media, quick guide, Android Auto, information phone. Obviously, Apple CarPlay is greyed out because I'm using an Android phone and not an Apple phone. And then you've got navigation, settings, my menu, and voice memo. Voice memos, interesting one. Interesting. I've never known a car that lets you record voice memos. Interesting. Right. So let's set a destination. So KT 22 9 VS KK. Start guidance.
Starting route guidance.
Okay, and we are good to go. Normally at this point I've put my head mount on so you get a nice point of view angle, but because I can't get my GoPro app to work, which is probably to do with my phone, I'm afraid I can't give you one. So what I will do though is I will have this GoPro on, so you do get some idea of what's going on, but you won't get a clear view of the sat-nav. So I do apologise, but just to give you a quick glimpse, this is basically what it looks like. So not the crispest display, but it works well enough. Well, hopefully it will work well enough. So yeah, that's what it looks like, guys, just to give you an idea of the interface. Could I move it about? Oh, you can change the modes like so. That's the 3D setting. And as you can see, you've got a compass as well. Right, let's turn the car on, make sure this GoPro is on as well. Okie dokie. Right, we are ready to rock and roll.
For the next 1 mile, keep straight on this road.
I will. That's quite good. Not only does it give me my next direction, but it gives me my next 3 directions, which I do quite like. Now obviously you guys can't see that, so let me quickly just pull over. That's a nice quiet spot so I can show you what I mean. So as you can see, it's given me all of my directions on there, which I do quite like. Right. Okay.
In half a mile, turn right.
I will. Thank you. Now, as I've said in all of my other videos, I wouldn't take this particular route, but obviously from a sat-nav's perspective, this is the quickest route, but as you can see, it's quite tight and windy down here. So I would really take the longer route on the main road. So it means that if another car comes, or well, it basically means that
Quarter mile, turn right onto Highbound Road.
Onto what? Onto Highbound Road. Now I wouldn't choose this route normally because it is single track. So if another car comes or horses, it does become a little bit fiddly. But this is the quickest route, as a sat-nav would see it.
Now turn right.
Okie dokie, so far so good. And that illustrates my point. There's a horse coming. So I'm happy to wait. I don't really want to go past a horse that close. It's a beautiful horse though, I must admit. Very well behaved. I guess what's got right next to it. But yes, that is a perfect example of why I wouldn't come down here. I'd take the main road. So this sat-nav system has recognised the next junction as a junction, whereas when I had I think it was the Honda CR-V hybrid, that sat-nav system, which was supplied by Garmin, it didn't recognise that junction as a junction, which I thought was quite bad. But this system...
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Oh no, hang on.
Guildford Road.
No, sorry, apologies. This system also hasn't picked this up as a junction. So obviously this is a junction, but the sat-nav hasn't recognised it. Oh, interesting. Ooh. So the Ford Focus I had a few weeks ago, that recognised that as a junction, but the Honda CR-V Hybrid and this hasn't. Interesting. Well, it's interesting to me anyway. Now, some of these sat-nav systems I've used, when you go past a petrol station or when you're near a petrol station, it has a little icon, whether that's the actual brand of the petrol station or just merely a petrol pump. But on this system, it's not telling me about any of the petrol stations I've passed. But you can find petrol stations on it, so So I am fast approaching my destination, and like the other sat-nav systems, it wants to take me past the destination, but that's not a fault of the sat-nav. That is the postcode. For some reason, the postcode for the destination.
The second exit.
I will. The postcode for the venue, it takes you past.
The roundabout.
I have left the roundabout. The postcode is wrong, so it's taking me past my destination. So that's not the sat-nav's fault, it's the actual postcode. It is the right postcode for the venue, Bockett's Farm, but it takes you past it. But at least all of these sat-navs are consistent. And I'm here.
Reached your destination.
Apparently, I'm not here. Right, so let me spin the car back around and I can wrap this video up and also give my mouth a rest. Right, and here we are. Pop the car into park, let's say. Turn the engine off. So to sum up the Kia infotainment system, I think it works well, and in fact I think it's actually quite underrated. Yeah, okay, the design could be a bit more, it could have a bit more flair to it, and it could be a little bit more interesting. And I think the sat-nav could do with a little bit of modernisation. I just think the graphics look just a tad dated, but not massively. You know, nowhere near as much as the Honda system. But overall, I think the Kia infotainment system is a good system, and it does work well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If so, give it a massive thumbs up. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more car obsession.